You've worked hard to build your business. Simply Safe helps you protect it. With Simply Safe for Business, AI-powered cameras watch over your entry points and instantly alert live monitoring agents. They can deter intruders before they get inside. It's protection built for growing companies. 24/7 monitoring, no contracts, and a 60-day money-back guarantee. To get 50% off your new system, go to simplysafe.com/podcast. That's simplysafe.com/podcast for 50% off. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
On today's Smart 7, Chancellor confirms budget tax rises, US ramps up pressure on Russia, and much more. It's Thursday the 16th of October, it's Global Cat Day, and happy birthday, Davina McCall.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Chancellor Rachel Reeves confirmed on Wednesday that tax rises are on the agenda for the autumn budget. She was speaking in Washington at a meeting of the IMF, and she says that higher taxes on the wealthy are part of the budget story, but that there wouldn't be a return to austerity. Meanwhile, at Prime Minister's Question Time, Tory leader Kemi Badenoch was on the attack over the collapse this week of the case against two men accused of breaching the Official Secrets Act. The men have denied the charges, but that didn't seem to bother Kemi.
Those spies were charged under a Conservative government. They were let off under Labour. Yeah! Is the government seriously saying that only one man, the Deputy National Security Advisor, had anything to do with this failure?
The facts of the case were that the Tory government had refused to define China as a threat, and the DPP felt unable to continue the case. Number 10 has committed to publishing the witness statements and says the Prime Minister had no involvement in the decision to drop the charges. Keir Starmer had to lay out the timeline for the Tory leader.
The case did not proceed because the policy of the past government did not meet the test that was necessary. That is the long and the short of it. Far from evading, I have said I will disclose the full witness statements.
NATO chiefs met in Brussels on Wednesday as the focus shifted to Ukraine and bringing an end to the conflict there. Ukrainian President Zelensky is due to travel to the US on Friday, but the newly minted US Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, was in Brussels to meet with NATO allies. He urged NATO members to spend more money on arms for Ukraine through the Prioritised Ukraine Requirements List, or PURL for short. That's the scheme which sees Europe paying America to deliver arms to Ukraine, and Hegseth was determined the only way to stop Russia was through strength and belligerence.
Should a peace arrangement be reached, European leaders are sending a clear message to Russia. Now is the time to end this tragic war, stop the needless bloodshed, and come to the peace table.
Finland, Sweden, Germany and Estonia have all agreed to up their spend, but the pressure is on France, Italy, Spain and Britain to commit more funds. Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper was ramping up the economic pressure on Russia with an announcement in the Commons of a new round of economic measures against Putin.
Major new UK sanctions against Russia's biggest oil companies and shadow fleet, because we are determined to support our Ukrainian friends and to stand up for our own security now.
Tensions between Israel and Hamas continued on Wednesday as delays in returning the bodies of Israeli hostages threatened to derail the new peace deal. Hamas have only returned 8 of the 28 bodies so far, with 2 more being handed over to the Red Cross on Wednesday night, and they say it is impossible to return more without specialised equipment to move rubble. Israel are growing impatient, and Donald Trump warned Hamas that Israel will return to those streets as soon as I say the word. The issue has seen delays and reductions in the flow of aid into Gaza, and UNICEF's humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher says while things have improved, there's much more to be done.
We've seen our ability to get food, medicine, tents in at a scale that we hadn't done before. We've had very good days in the last 3-4 days. We've had not so good days. And that's going to be the pattern in the period ahead.
Met Police Commissioner Mark Rowley has been under huge pressure over the last few weeks after an undercover investigation discovered Met officers engaged in racist and misogynistic behaviour. A new report has revealed that over 180 Met officers have been sacked in the past year as Rowley struggles to deliver the clean-up he promised. Wednesday saw a misconduct hearing against a firearms officer known only as W80 discontinued. The charges arose from a fatal shooting of an unarmed man during an attempted prison break over a decade ago, and Rowley says the officer should never have been put in the position in the first place.
Today's outcome is the right one. It follows a criminal investigation and a public inquiry that both found Whiskey 8 acted appropriately during a fast-moving police operation to stop a highly dangerous gang freeing a prisoner.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 in association with Metro, Chelsea women dominate Paris and Patricia Arquette turns to murder. Right after this.
You've worked hard to build your business. SimpliSafe helps you protect it. With SimpliSafe for Business, AI-powered cameras watch over your entry points and instantly alert live monitoring agents. They can deter intruders before they get inside. It's protection built for growing companies. 24/7 monitoring, no contracts, and a 60-day money-back guarantee. To get 50% off your new system, go to simplysafe.com/podcast. That's simplysafe.com/podcast for 50% off. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Welcome back.
This weekend sees the Formula One Roadshow head to Austin, Texas for the US Grand Prix. With the Constructors' Championship already in McLaren's hands, the question now is whether Max Verstappen can catch Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri in the Drivers' Championship. Mercedes were also out of the blocks early to confirm they're sticking with their existing driving team of George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. Wednesday night saw Women's Champions League action, with Chelsea's women facing Paris FC and dominating the French side with a 4-0 win. Chelsea women's manager Sonia Bomperster was pleased with her side's performance.
We had the game we wanted to have. We showed desire. We created again a lot of opportunities. We scored 4 goals. We could maybe have scored more, but I'm really happy with the team performance and the individuality in the game.
Patricia Arquette is enjoying life at the moment, playing the disturbing Harmony Coble in Severance, which has seen her pick up 2 Best Supporting Actress Emmy nominations. She's turned her attention to true crime for her next project, focusing on the Murdaugh family. If you know your true crime, you'll know the story of the dysfunctional dynasty and the double murder that captured America's imagination. Arquette stars in Murdaugh: Death in the Family, and she says the fact it's based on real events has been fascinating.
Part of what was interesting to me in my discovery of the story was finding it on social media, then watching him at trial, and then a big piece of evidence came out at trial. And to watch him lying there, having lied about not being there, it's kind of like the beginning.
There's a new movie on the way from director Sam Raimi called Send Help, and it looks like the perfect watch if you're suffering from office rage. Raimi made his name directing zombie movies including The Evil Dead, but also directed the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy and Drag Me to Hell. This one combines action and horror as a work trip goes disastrously wrong, leaving a frustrated employee and a terrible boss stranded on a desert island together. Rachel McAdams is brilliant as the frustrated and eventually deranged worker terrifying her former boss Dylan O'Brien. It hits cinemas in January.
You are stuck with an asshole boss. Just like I was. Although I'm betting I'm a much nicer boss than you ever would have been. Except for maybe this part.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.